Good morning. Very good. Very good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Quickly join all of you on your cameras. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. You all also look so cute. That's why I ask you all to on your camera. I want to see your cute faces. All right. Good morning. So in the previous chapter, while we were doing revision, we were doing conversion. That means from Celsius, we were converting into Fahrenheit. Today, I'm going to give you two sums to convert Fahrenheit into Celsius. The steps are opposite. Okay, what are the steps in this? The step says, quickly revise, the conversion steps is saying to convert Fahrenheit into degree Celsius, first we have to subtract 32. We have to subtract 32. Then multiply by 5, divide by 9, that will be your answer. For example, if I give you 90, 90, 90 degrees Celsius I have given you. Okay. Now we have to convert this Celsius into Fahrenheit. First step, minus 32 from it. Again, you have to make the rough column. Somewhere on the right hand side, you make the rough column and subtract 32 from 90. 90 minus 32, how much it will give us? 10 minus 2, 8. 8 minus 3, 5. So step 1, we are doing conversion. In the previous class, we have converted Celsius into Fahrenheit. Now we are converting Fahrenheit into Celsius. Fahrenheit into Celsius. So this will be Fahrenheit. Okay. 90-degree Fahrenheit is given to you. We are converting into Celsius. First, subtract 32. So we have subtracted 32 from 90. It is giving us 58. Alright. What is the second step? Step 1 is 90 minus 32. 58. Alright. What is the step 2? Step 2 says now we have to multiply the number by 5. Yes. So what we are getting? We are getting 58 here. So step 2 will be 58 multiplied by 5. Side by side multiply and tell me what is the answer coming. 58 multiplied by 5. 8 5s are 40. 8 5 5 25 plus 4 29. 290. 290 is coming. Yes or no? 290. Yes. Now what will be the third step? Third step will be we have to divide this 290 by 9. We have to divide by this 290 by 9. Yes. So step 3, 290 divided by 9. Divide and tell me what is the answer coming. 9 threes are 27. Look here on the board. 9 threes are 27. 2 left. 0 copied. 9 twos are 18. 2 left. So 32.2. 32.2. So what is the answer? 32.2 degrees Celsius. We have converted Fahrenheit into Celsius. 32.2 degree Celsius is the answer. Okay? Clear to everybody? Without wasting time, I am going to give you two sums. You write. You are going to solve it later on. Alright? I am going to give you two sums. 91 we have done here. 2 I am going to give you for your practice at home. Okay? Right. Right. 100 degree Fahrenheit. 100 degree Fahrenheit. Question number 2, 100 degree Fahrenheit. Question number 3, 140 degree Fahrenheit. 140. 100 degree Fahrenheit and 140 degree Fahrenheit. Now, am I audible to the 100 degree Fahrenheit, 140 degree Fahrenheit? Okay? Alright. Will you all be able to do these two sums easily? Okay. So now let's start today another chapter, that is revision of money. Open page number 210. Page number 210. Money. Page number 210. Money. Quickly open pay books. There may be some network issue. That's why in between the video may be paused or I'm not audible. You be connected. It will. You will rejoin the meeting. No problem. It will continue. Don't skip the class. Everything is being recorded. You can see the recorded video later also if you are having any network issue right now. But don't leave the class. Be there in the class. All right. Money. As I told you, when we are studying about money, then here we will study two types of sums. First, we will be given to find the cost of one item, or we will be given to find the one item cost will be given and more items cost will be asked. Okay. Now, page number 210. Can you see at the bottom two yellow boxes are made? Two yellow boxes. Do not disturb in between. Do not talk. Two yellow boxes are there. Look there. The formulas are written. Cost of many is equal to cost of one into number of quantity. Cost of one is equal to cost of many divided by number of quantity. So this is how we solve the sums related to these. Beta, page number 210. Money we are revising. Now look at the example A. Example A. Cost of 12 bananas, rupees 60. Look in the books. Cost of 12 bananas, rupees 60. Cost of one banana. Now when 12 is given, when 12 is given, we have to divide the money by 12. 12 means 1 dozen. 1 dozen equals to 12 in quantity. So cost of 12 bananas, 60. Whenever we find cost of one item, we divide the number. Whenever we find cost of one item, we divide the number. If I say cost 5 books is equal to 30 rupees. If I say, this is example I'm explaining you, cost of 5 books is rupees 30. What will be the cost of one book? Therefore, cost of one book. So whenever cost, many things are given and one cost is asked, we divide. This is the rule. Keep it in your mind. Whenever much work, much quantity is given, more is given and less is asked, we divide. So cost of 5 books is rupees 30. What will be the cost of one book? We will divide 30 by 5. We will divide 30 by 5. So what will be the cost of one book? 6 rupees. Okay? Yes, 6 rupees. Therefore, cost of one book will be 130 divided by 5, 6 rupees. Cost of one book is 6 rupees. This is how we find the cost of one item. Whenever we have to find the cost of one item, one book, one chair, one banana, whatever, we divide. Now pay attention. In addition to this sum, sometimes what happens, the question says, take the same example again, the cost of 5 books is rupees 30. What will be the cost of 10 books? The question asks like this. So first what we have to do, in these types of sums, always first we have to find out the cost of one item. Means this step will be same in every sum. If the question says the cost of 5 books is rupees 30, find the cost of one book, then also we have to divide. If the question says the cost of 5 books is rupees 30, find the cost of 10 books. Then this step will be same plus one more step we are going to add. What will be that step? After finding out the cost of one book is rupees 6. Now the question is saying what will be the cost of 10 books. So now this 6 we will multiply by 10. Cost of 10 books is equal to 6. 6 into 10. That is rupees 60. Rupees 60 is the cost of 10 books. Is this much clear? I am repeating. Please listen to it very carefully. These types of questions will come in the exam. The question says cost of 5 books is rupees 30. Find the cost of one book. This is one question. Another question, the cost of 5 books is rupees 30. Find the cost of 10 books. How you have to solve? In both the questions, step 1 will be same. That means you have to find the cost of one book in every question. Okay, so first we will write the cost of 5 books is equal to rupees 30. Cost of one book, I told you, you will have to divide. After finding the cost of one book, now if the question is asking find the cost of one book, our answer will be this, finish. But if the question is asking find the cost of 10 books or 15 books or 20 books, then one more step will be increased. Whatever is the cost of one book, that cost we will multiply by the number of the books the question is asking for. That means the question is saying cost of 5 books is 30. Find the cost of 15 books or 10 books. So we will first find the cost of 1 book, that is 6. And then the cost of 10 books will be 6 into 10. Clear to everybody how we have to find out? Now look in the books. Example A, page number 210. Example A, cost of 12 bananas 60. Cost of one banana 60 divided by 12 is equal to rupees 5. Now cost of 7 bananas, we will multiply 5 by 7. That means whatever is the cost we are getting of one banana cost will be multiplied by the number of items the question is asking more about. Okay? For one item, we have to divide. For more than one item, after dividing whatever we are getting, we have to multiply. Okay? Now, example B. Number of pages read in 15 days, 750. One day, first we have to find for one day. That means we have to divide. So 750 divided by 15. One day, 50 pages. Now, how many days the question is asking for? 10 days. So now whatever answer we are getting after dividing, that is 50 multiplied by 10. Yes, this is how you have to do. Is that clear to everybody? Now come on to example 1 quickly. Example 1. The question is saying the cost of one book is rupees 405. Find the cost of 5 such books. As I told you, here the question is not asking for one, it is asking for more than one. But the first step will be same. Same means in the first step we have to find out the cost of one book first. So the question is saying the cost of one book is 505. One book is already given. The cost of one book is 405. One book is already given. Directly the question is asking for 5 books, so multiply. We don't have to find one here. Why we don't have to find? Because one is already given. Okay, now come on to the question number 2. Now here it is saying Raman saves 2500 rupees in 5 months. How much did he save in 1 month? Now it is saying Raman is saving this much money in 5 months. 5 months is given, 1 month is asked. 1 month means only we have to divide. And then how much money will he save in 11 months? First we have to write money saved in 5 months. How much he is saving? 2500. To find out the money saved in 1 month, we have to divide. Whenever we have to find anything related to 1, we have to divide. So we are going to divide 2500 by 5. Whatever is the answer, now the question is asking for 11 months. So we will multiply that number by 11. Multiplying, yes. After multiplying the number by 11, whatever we will get, that will be our answer. Clear? Clear to everybody, example 1 and 2 both? Okay. Now, your homework for today is exercise 14.1. Exercise 14.1, question 1AB. Exercise 14.1, question 1AB, question 2ABC. You have to practice question 1AB, question 2ABC. You have to practice in rough copy. It is same questions as I have explained just now on the board. Same questions. You have to practice this. In the next maths class, I am going to ask you how to solve. We will discuss it. Alright? Okay. In 10 minutes now we are going to meet for the next class.